Greetings, fellow beings. I've decided to reach out and attempt to connect to others of like or unlike mind. Who am I? No one in particular. I just am. Call me Luthien if you need a name. I've been on a quest to raise my vibrational energy to one of unconditional love for all living things in our universe. The hardest obstacle for me has been finding love for those that wish me or did me harm in this life. For those that wish harm to others at all, really. Regardless, it is a goal I set for myself. One I have yet to fully achieve, but work on daily. Let me give you a little background. For some time, I have had a relationship with energy. As a hobby, when I was much younger, I enjoyed giving massages to many of my friends and relatives. I still do. I was told I have magic hands. My fingers are drawn toward the sore spots and make them disappear. I use a breathing technique where I breathe in and draw energy with my left hand to remove pain and tension, and breathe out and push energy with my right hand to soothe and relax. My left hand usually grows hot and heavy, so I shake the energy away and keep going until I can no longer feel trouble in the area. I didn't really think that much about it. Ever since I was 7 and gave my mom a massage for the first time, I just knew how to make people feel better through touch. Well, I also played with meditation in my younger years, with no direction. I had a hard time quieting my racing mind. I was full of energy and could barely sit still. My breathing was not measured. I picked up a book written by Anadea Judith called Wheels of Life, and that seemed to help some, but I did not take it too seriously, as life when you are young is fast and fun. I traveled around the U.S. quite a bit and enjoyed many different pursuits. Many adventures, good and bad, came my way. Then the pandemic hit and I was forced to slow down. Some time ago, I seriously considered meditation and focused intentional mindfulness. I've always been a believer in spin positive, or move toward positive thinking, as well as a pay it forward mindset, also random acts of kindness to complete strangers throughout my life. This has brought joy and pain, but always a lesson to learn from, for which I am truly grateful. I am considered odd by many, as I do not play the game of life as I'm supposed to, according to societal rules, but I like me just as I am. It is up to others to make up their minds on their own. I have looked for guided meditations to aid me in my current quest for mindful peace and balance. I have found many that are helpful, and others that are not. Most of the time, there is a small taste with the promise of further knowledge for a fee. This goes against my way of thinking. If we are all to find the path of spiritual awakening as a collective, why the need to pay for it? It should be a gift. That's why I'm now going to put out videos to help others that seek this path, even as I seek this path. What I have found to be helpful, I will give as a gift. I hope it will in turn help others. So let's start at the beginning. Today, I want to talk to you about breathing. Yes, something we all do involuntarily, and some do consciously. It is the second one that interests me, and maybe you too. I've seen many comments on other videos saying things like, I can't take a 6-count breath in, I can only take a 3-count one. The uploader will then say something like, well, just take a 3-count one then. They don't even try to help others find a way to grow. This series of videos is about increasing your awareness of your breath. I feel the source flow of energy for your physical body. You have to be your own air regulator in order to increase the count of breath. I'm going to explain how I've learned this, then provide videos that meter or time breath intake and outflow. There are many breathing techniques to try. Alternate nostril breathing, where you block off one nostril at a time as you breathe through the other, alternating between the two in a regular pattern. Belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing, where you breathe through your diaphragm without clenching any muscles. Box breathing, where you square your breathing between holding your breath. Relaxed breathing, where you count the intervals of inhaling, holding, and exhaling your breath. Mindful breathing, which involves focusing on your breathing and bringing your attention to the present without letting your mind drift off to past or future. This one can also include a calming focus sound or word on the exhale, or a phrase to repeat silently as you inhale or exhale. Resonance breathing, where you lie down and gently breathe in and out in a numbered count rhythm. There are many others, and each will have a differing sequence or time allotment to practice throughout the day. The first set I will concentrate on will be the box breath technique. Some call it quantum breath nowadays, since that's a newer buzzword. Nevertheless, it consists of breathing in, holding the breath in, breathing out, and holding the breath out in sets. A rest time between sets is used to calm your mind and find peace or feel love. Both peace and love start in your own heart and are also all around you in universal energy. It's just a matter of connecting with them. Let's talk about how to breathe first, though. This will include diaphragmatic breathing that I have not put into a video series on its own, as I use it in every conscious breath. So how do you consciously breathe? Well, think about how you take a normal breath, something we don't usually put mind to, as it is an automatic function of our bodies. Most people only use their upper lungs during a normal breath. It's not usually a full breath, just enough to satisfy automatic function. Shallow breathing is not as good for you as full breathing, since high oxygen intake is needed for a healthy body, although it is better than not breathing, I guess. I started by getting my lower lungs used to feeling air in them. I purposely only breathed with my belly, letting my upper lungs take a rest. At first it felt weird, my belly bulging out with every breath, but I started with sets of 1 minute breathing just with my belly. I let my diaphragm do the work without using any of my belly muscles. You can put one hand on your belly and then the other on your upper chest to feel your stomach rise and fall, while making sure your chest remains relatively still. This technique has you breathe in through your nose and exhale slightly through pursed lips. I worked up to 3-minute sets over a few days. I took many opportunities all during the day to do sets of 1, 2, and then 3-minute sessions of belly breathing, waiting in line, watching a video, or other activities that I could do simultaneously. Once I got used to my diaphragm to breathe while standing, sitting, and lying down, I started using my belly to breathe more and more during a normal breath. A full normal breath consists of breathing in through your belly first, then gradually filling your upper lungs until your shoulders raise just a little bit. If your shoulders raise too much, it can strain your neck and shoulders, especially if you are holding your breath between breathing out. Since we want to relax and find calm, peaceful balance when meditating, only fill your upper lungs until it is comfortable in your shoulders. If you feel them raised when you hold your inward breath, relax them, letting them drop while still holding your breath. When you breathe in, inhale through your nose. When you breathe out, exhale through your nose or your mouth. Some techniques do require one or the other, depending on the desired outcome. Well, if you are comfortable with belly breathing, then let's try a 3-count breath. Otherwise, give belly breathing a try and come back to full breaths when you are comfortable. When you breathe in, count 1 to fill your belly, 2 to fill between, and 3 to fill your upper lungs. When you breathe out, count 1 out your upper lungs, 2 out between, and 3 out your belly. Breathe in, breathe out, and then that's it. So the next phase is slowing down your breath. Be conscious of how much air you are intaking when you're breathing. Use a steady flow. Let's try a 5 count. When you breathe in, count 1, 2 to fill your belly, 3 to fill between, and 4, 5 to fill your upper lungs. When you breathe out, count 1, 2 out your upper lungs, 3 out between, and 4, 5 out your belly. So let's give this one a try. Breathe in, breathe out. And that's that. So the more you practice regulating your breath, the slower a breath you can take. This alone has a calming effect on your body and mind, so a stressful situation is diffused with calm, slow breaths. I have made 3 videos that are metered to 5-count, 7-count, and 10-count intervals to help you with regulating your breath using this technique. Try out the 5-count first. If you find that during this exercise you can easily keep up with the sequence, then move on. It took me about a week to be comfortable with the 5-count, a month to be comfortable with the 7-count, and I am still getting comfortable with the 10-count. What is uncomfortable? When you're doing the sequence, you might feel panic that you are not getting enough oxygen, or you might feel lightheaded and feel as if you're going to pass out. It becomes unbearable and you need to either breathe in or out, depending on where you are in the sequence when this happens. Don't fight it. Take the breath in or out as you need. You can always start the sequence again on the next set or round. It helped me to calm my mind and tell myself there's no reason to panic. You have full control over the exercise. Each exercise in this set has 4 sets of box breathing for every round between slow, deep breaths. Then, once you have gained control of your breath, you can start to play with energy during breathing exercises. I play with love energy and have made 3 companion videos using the box breath technique in 5, 7, and 10-count intervals. When I play with energy, it is a feeling I generate with my heart. I imagine love energy flowing to and from my heart and feel it with my heart. I visualize a gold or green toroid, I call my heart donut, that captures or distributes this energy. The energy swirls around the perimeter of my heart donut, gathering in the center line to either flow in or out. When I take in energy, it flows down the center and spreads to the bottom, curling back up to fill my heart. When I distribute energy, it flows around the toroid and up the center, pushing out the top, spreading everywhere. This is just how I visualize it, like the pump every heart is. How will you visualize it? Life is about flow, the flow of breath, the flow of energy, the flow of attention, Where your attention goes, energy flows. I wish you peace, happiness, and love. Namaste.